Hey guys, kens97sto171 back with another ATS video. We are back in Phoenix here. We've got a pretty long trip, 1,000 miles basically from Phoenix to Dallas. About the same weight. We are in the same truck we were in before. It's this fuel-efficient T680. I went in and did some modifications. I put the stock 510 horsepower MX13 that came with the truck in it, but put an 18-speed PACCAR TX18 speed transmission in it with a little bit taller ratio. We'll see how that goes. So far, the X15 has been the efficiency king. So let's get our gauges set here. Trip reset. We got full tanks. We're in automatic. And here we go. I'm using the same camera that does my head tracking. So you'll see that when I look to the left, I look to the left and look to the right. I thought that might be cool to try. I'm not sure whether it's going to cause a lag issue sharing the video. We'll see. It seems maybe a little worse. If that's a problem, then I'll figure out something eventually. Maybe mount the 720p camera that I have, just like glue it to the top, or I'll have to come up with some kind of mounting solution that'll work. So you can see when I look to the left and look behind. Thought that might be kind of cool. Look left, right. I had to mirror the image so that, you know, what you see, when I look that way, the camera looks that way, and when I look that way, I thought that might be kind of cool. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, fuck. I fucked that all up, didn't I? It's amazing how far you move when you're not looking in the direction you're moving. And we're going to be turning left out of here.
Turn left.
See, it seems a little more juddery when I look left and right. We'll see.
Get ready to turn left.
Shouldn't have done that when we were moving.
Turn left.
And I'm going to somewhat blow this stop sign.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep left.
I put Windows in 1440. In the OBS software, I noticed that the base canvas was showing at 4K, and I'm like, well, the game is in 1440. Why is it doing that? And then I realized that I had Windows set at 4K, and I guess that's where it was getting it from. So I reset Windows to 1440 because the game is in 1440. I didn't want there to be and the output this time is in 1440 rather than 1080p. So we'll see how that goes. Whether that's too much for the stream. frame rate is not looking amazing right now. It's saying 90 frames per second, but it's looking worse than that to me. So I may end up having to stream in 1080p. Come on, dude.
Go straight on.
Never be this close, by the way. We passed the, yeah, we're past the big curve that we had to do is right there. Thought we just hit it the other direction. Sometimes when we come out of Phoenix, we come this way. But this curve right here is pretty tight. So, okay. One interesting thing I'm noticing is that we're streaming at 3108 kilobytes, and yesterday we were streaming at 6,000. It's kind of weird. The only difference is I went over a Cat 5 cable instead of over Wi-Fi. I don't know why that would make it worse. Come on, dude. So I don't know if you guys watched the Super Bowl. I didn't. I was sleeping.
Keep left.
So the plan is, if this doesn't work, there's another slowdown. You got to be careful through here. If this doesn't really net us any decent efficiency, then I think I'm inclined to just sell this truck or do something else with it, maybe. I don't know. You know, the white truck we built is got 9.5 miles per gallon on a trip like this. And we've got a 620 horsepower variant that did in the sixes, I think. So, and we'll have, you know, an efficiency truck and a heavy, you know, heavy hauler truck. Why did it just go to 65? That's weird. Curious to see how much the head movement, you know, when I look left and right, whether it's really noticeable in the webcam, because I don't have to look that far to make the screen move, you know, a significant amount. So I may end up choosing to use the other camera. I've got a set of lights coming. They'll be here tomorrow. I may be able to mount the other 720p webcam on that. That would take some of the stress off the Brio, which is doing my head tracking. The other thought process would be to
Keep left.
buy a Tobii head tracker, use it for the head tracking, and use this Brio 4K as the webcam in some form or another. It's got a tripod mount on it, so I could set that camera, you know, someplace convenient
Go straight on.
if I don't want to have it right in front of me like it is. I'll have to see what it looks like, you know, once it posts. This is going unlisted right now
Keep left.
until I take, you know, get some settings down. And a friend of mine looked at the last one that I did. See, here's another big curve one. I knew there was another one somewhere. This one's 55. You really got to watch these. You can roll the truck right here pretty easy.
Keep left.
By the way, we're again about 44,000 pounds, so we're pretty heavy. It's weird. My sim dashboard just reset. I wonder why the hell it did that.
Go straight on.
Maybe it has something to do with this TX18 transmission. So far, we're sitting at 5.3 miles per gallon, which is crap. So, I don't know why the transmission. I mean, this TX is shouldn't be any worse than the TX12. The final ratio is lower, taller. It's 226 in this, and it's 264 in the TX12. But the TX12 is the stock transmission they would have used in this truck, so maybe it's some weird mismatch. The TX18 transmission is from a mod. It's from the PACCAR powertrain mod group. You know, maybe it's something to do with the transmission. I keep seeing something over here. What are you doing? Go! What are you doing? What is the thing doing? That was really weird. It was like it couldn't make up its mind what gear it wanted to be in. That was strange. Yeah, so far we're worse than we were in the last engine. But we're starting to get into the flat sections. We're still not into 18th gear.
Go straight on.
We're running about 110 frames per second. You guys can't see the frame counter. Let's go into manual mode so we can upshift. What is going on? It may not. This thing may not really be capable of streaming in 1440. It may be too much for it to try to do all of that. Yeah. We're already over 1,000 revs, which is the peak torque on this thing. But like, why the hell wasn't it already? And it's in economy mode, too. Look at this dumb fuck in the left lane. The horn's not working. Now it did. That was weird. We'll have to see what the output looks like. You know, I could always stop partway, stop the stream, change the settings, and then try it again in the second half and see if that works better. I would really like to know why it's showing the bandwidth at 3,000 kb instead of 6,000, which is what it did before. Come on, dude. Get the fuck out of the passing lane. You want to just fucking ram them. Not gonna stop. There's no reason to. Starting to be daylight. And oddly, the game usually has better frame rates during the daytime versus nighttime. I have no idea why that is, but you would think at night there'd be less things to display, but and we're up to 6 miles per gallon, which is still shit compared to the other truck. So I've tried a couple different engines. This will be the third different engine and several different transmissions, and I'm not getting any better results, so I don't know. That dumb fucker's still sitting back there in the left lane. Oh, you know, I know why the sim dashboard's not working like it should. It's because the computer is now on wire rather than wireless. and it must be doing some kind of translation. It is working. I wonder if that's why. Let's take a look at the map real quick. And the last ditch effort, we're Phoenix to Dallas. Maybe see if there's is there a shop in Van Horn? There is. We could do that. I'd like to give it a little bit more time to get better. But that's a good halfway point. So why don't we stop in Van Horn at this repair facility right here? Maybe try the TX12 transmission, see if that's better for some reason. And if it's not, then we'll just give up on it.
Here we go.
We'll just give up on the PACCAR MX engines as an efficiency option. Yeah, the sim dashboard's freaking out. So what I'll do is I'll stop the stream at that halfway point. We'll try the other transmission. I'm going to change the computer settings to go back to Wi-Fi, and we will see if there's any difference. Looking to the left there, I was looking at my other monitor, which is right. I have another monitor right here with the OBS software on it. Window isn't down, is it? No. Slow it down to 70 coming through El Paso here. Well, it'll take a while for YouTube to properly format the stream. It takes it a while to go from standard definition to full definition to high definition after. Yeah, we'll have to see how those light panels work, you know. They were pretty cheap, about 50 bucks for two of them. They came with tripods. And, I'm not going to go live streaming until I get, you know, all the settings exactly work the way I like it and sort of figure out how I want to do this. And even then, who the hell knows if anybody's ever going to watch the streams, you know. Practically nobody watches the videos I post. This is easier in some. See how chunky that, some of the, I don't know, it just looks chunky to me. It says we're getting, well, we're getting 70. Why are we only getting 70 frames per second now? So I may have to stream in 1080p, you know. I've tried playing the game in 4K, and it can do it, but you get down into the 30 and 50 frames per second range. Way too much. You don't notice it really looking out in front of you, but when you... Wait till I get through this corner here and I'll show you. But I was noticing that when you look to the side here at the thing going by you there, it would get really chunky with the things that are moving past you really fast. Need to find that USB extension cable. The other thing I could do is use that other camera and mount it to the top of the TV, which is pretty far in front of me, so it'd be a pretty wide view. Maybe crop in. I won't see any significant details on my face, but I don't know really how much that matters. It could be that the Cat 5 cable I'm using has got some problems with it. It tested okay, but it seemed like I did a download test, and the download speed took longer to ramp up. And the first time it actually tested lower than my Wi-Fi. The second time it tested faster. So maybe the Cat 5 cable I've got is crappy. It's one of those things where I know I've got a bunch of those laying around somewhere, and I have no idea where the hell they are. We're up to 6.6 miles per gallon, but that's still nowhere near what we were getting.
Keep left.
Bump up the sim dashboard. There's not a way to display it, unfortunately, on the camera. It's not really important either. I guess I could put the camera like behind me. That might be an option, like mount the I just had a thought. I could mount the webcam to the top of my head. But then you're going to be seeing the screen. It'll be double screened because you'll see the screen in this, you know, it doesn't. Unless I zoom it really down so all you see is like the steering wheel and stuff. Oh shit. That might work. Just like put it on the top of my head, like aiming down like this way, so all you see is like this.
Keep left.
Yeah, I know I'm being the left lane hogger now. Yeah, 6.7 miles per gallon. It's getting better. It is better than the other one we drove by a little bit. We're going to get into some more flat territory here, so maybe it'll... see, you can look down and see the instant miles per gallon. That kind of gives you an idea of what it could theoretically be if it's going to get better. Or like, if we're sitting at 6.7 and the instant is showing 6.4, then you're going to slowly get worse average if you stay there. But like right now, it's like 6.8, 6.9. Why in the hell is this speed limit is 80? No. Oh, there's a wreck.
Exit right.
Holy shit.
Exit right.
Why are we exiting right? Oh, because this is the turn. This is the repair place.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
So I'm going to change some things, I think, when I get to the repair shop here. I'm going to go back to wireless, see if that number changes. Or I might do it a little test, and I won't actually post it. I'm curious to see why I'm only getting 3,000 when yesterday I was getting 6. So I need to find out whether that's the change to Cat 5 from wireless, from Wi-Fi. Also, my sim dashboard's not working right, which I suspect is the, is that the repair shop? Where the fuck is the repair shop? Where the fuck is the repair shop? Oh, it's right there on the right. Okay. I was thinking it was on the right, but... like... Where the hell is it? I guess it's right here.
Get ready to turn right.
Yeah, and I'm not liking the head tracking, sharing the camera
Turn
either.
right.
That just doesn't really work great. Alright guys, so I'll show you what I'm going to do, and we'll leave that on this stream. So, the only other thing left for us to do is on the transmission. See, it says factory part, but it's part of this PACCAR powertrain pack. Is to just go into this. This is the original truck. And there's only one PACCAR, and it's this one. And it's got a shorter gear ratio. 264 versus we're using 226. So it's going to rev more. I don't know why it would get better fuel economy this way versus what it has in it, but maybe the transmission shifts more efficiently. I don't know. We're going to give it a whirl. And if this doesn't work, then when we get to the end of this journey, we'll just ditch this truck. And, you know, I've got other trucks. I've got these three. This one is ridiculous. It's got a big ass, I forget what the engine is. This one has a PACCAR in it, the PX680. That one I think got 6.5 miles per gallon, and then this one has a Cummins X15 500 horsepower X15 efficiency. That one we got 9.5 miles per gallon on a similar trip to this. So I think what I'll do is just keep this one and this one, and then decide what to do with this one. It's kind of ridiculous. And then we'll just go from there. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream. And that'll be it. See you guys in a bit. Kens97sto signing off. Be safe out there. Be back with